Marie-Claire DeRosier, please check in. Marie-Claire, please check in. Entering our ring is the first heat of senior sheep showmen for today's State Fair Virginia Youth Sheep Show. We have Ruth Hale from Hanover County, Chloe Smith from Montgomery, Kelly Garrett from Washington, Marie-Claire DeRosier from Shenandoah, Tyler Cook from Shenandoah, Luke Sumner from Franklin, Ava Jenkins Hittinger from Madison, Jackson Kelly from Clark, Kenna Kearns from Frederick, and Grayson Long from Rockingham.
Well, good morning. Pleasure to be back here at your state fair and work with your young people here in Showmanship. Tell you what I'm going to do. We're gonna work every class similar fashion here. Going to get us a butt view from the judge's perspective. We're going to move them around one more time, profile them. Tell you what I'm looking at. I'm going to grab the ones out of each class that or each heat that I think are doing the nicest job in terms of getting them moved, getting them braced, feet and leg placement, the things that I like to see come out of a particular showman. We'll grab those finalists. I'll just stick them over here, and they're obviously going to come back when we bring all of the finalists back from the heats to get you a ranking of your seniors, juniors, intermediates, and your novice. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll be grabbing as many as I want from each group, as many as I think deserve the chance to come back and show themselves. I call it clean slate showmanship because when those seniors, when all the finalists, if you will, come back in, they're starting from scratch. Doesn't really matter what they did in their particular heat at that point in time. It's what they do in their finalists, in that finals of their showmanship group, and how I'll rank them there toward the end. As always, I don't like to have to beg for applause for folks, for kids. I think that's what we're here for. If we're all doing this for the right reasons, we're going to be doing it for these kids. So I'm not going to beg you all the time to be putting your hands together for these kids at that point in time. We need to do that on a regular basis and continual basis for all of the work, all of the effort that we see them do. So just to explain how I'm going to operate my ring and our showmanship, that's what we'll be doing here today. So thank you for your time, and you can congratulate all these kids. I'll grab a set of finalists, and I'm going to say something to every kid today in this ring about what they're doing, about what I'd like to see them change. It takes a little more time to do that, but reality is if I don't give them that, then how do they know what I was looking for or looking at?
Callbacks from our first heat of seniors. We have Luke Sumner, Ava Jenkins-Hittinger, Jackson Kelly, and Kenna Kearns. We'll now have our second heat of seniors. We have Morgan Sneed of Hanover, Isaac Miller of Wythe, Emily Hammer of Rockingham, Rachel Hale of Hanover, Whitney Norman of Fauquier, Michaela McPherson, Chesapeake, Casey Redifer of Grayson, Taylor Heichman of Rockingham, Emma Donnelly of Clark, and Sarah Myers of Culpeper. If you're a senior in Heat 3, please check in. Seniors in Heat 3, please check in. Ella Earhart, please check in. Ella Earhart, please check in. Your callbacks for Senior Heat 2, Isaac Miller, Emily Hammer, Michaela McPherson, and Emma Donnelly. Entering the ring is our third heat of seniors. We have Charity Osborne of Smith, Ella Earhart of Augusta, Brenna Pennybacker of Rockingham, Samantha Wills of Fluvanna, Kaylee Bergeron of Pennsylvania, Josephine Caldwell of Rockbridge, Naomi Delosier, Pennsylvania, Leslie Linton of Stafford, Chloe Garner of Essex, McKinsley Sink from Montgomery, and Nathan Paris from Pennsylvania. If you're a senior in Heat 4, final heat, please check in. Seniors in Heat 4, please check in. Callbacks from our third heat of seniors, we have Samantha Wills, Josephine Caldwell, and Naomi Delosier. In our fourth and final heat of seniors for today, we have Campbell Bosserman of Nelson, Kerrigan Kirby of Clark, Lizzie Zirkle of Shenandoah, Reagan Babb of Virginia Beach, Kimberly Brickhouse, Virginia Beach, Abigail Miller from Wythe, Carly Buchanan, Augusta, Emma Wisecarver from Frederick, and Bradley Cron from Augusta County. After this heat, we'll have our champion drive for senior showmanship, and we'll need intermediate heat 1 to check in, please. Intermediates heat 1, please check in. All senior callbacks, please check in as well. Heats 1, 2, and 3. Callbacks from our fourth and final heat of seniors, we have Campbell Bosserman, Abigail Miller, and Carly Buchanan. As our fourth heat circles back around, we're going to call back in all of our senior showmen. At this time, we'd like to introduce our judge, Mr. Glenn Martin. Glenn is regarded as one of the foremost multi-species livestock experts in the nation. He grew up in Mason, Texas on a diversified family ranch. Following a distinguished judging career, Glenn graduated from Texas A&M University. He and his wife, Rayanne, now reside back in Mason, Texas. Let's give our judge, Mr. Glenn Martin, a round of applause for being here today. For our senior showmanship champion drive, we have Luke Sumner of Franklin County, Ava Jenkins Hittinger of Madison County, Jackson Kelly from Clark County, Kenna Kearns from Frederick County, Isaac Miller from Wythe, Emily Hammer from Rockingham, Michaela McPherson from Chesapeake, Emma Jo Donnelly from Clark, Samantha Wills from Fluvanna, Josephine Caldwell from Rockbridge, Naomi Delosier from Pittsylvania, Campbell Bosserman from Nelson, Abigail Miller from Wythe, and Carly Buchanan from Augusta County. If you're in the intermediate first heat, please check in. Intermediate sheep showman, heat 1, please check in. Handing out our Sheep Showmanship Awards today is Emery Seal. Emery is from Augusta County and an active member of Virginia 4-H at Buffalo Gap and Buffalo Gap FFA. Emery's actively shown livestock since he was 9, and he will be showing beef cattle and hogs this week at the Virginia State Fair. So thank you, Emery, for helping with awards today.
Well, it's an extremely good set here of senior showmen. I'm absolutely certain I didn't get some finalists back in here that have a bucket or two full of showmanship buckles. So that says something. Showmanship is a very, very personal thing. It's very personal just to the person that does the sorting. I want you to understand that not every time does the best showman show the most automatic animal in a ring. Showmanship to me is who I want to send mine that my kid's sick and can't show. Which kids do I want to send that lamb in with? And I've got my top 5 out here. I talked to every one of these kids, told them the things I thought they did right, the things that I wanted to see them do different. You have your favorites, obviously. That's awesome. I have my favorites as well. I don't have any pets out here. Some of the folks that are over here were my favorites coming back into this finalist drive, and they just left a few things on the table. I'll tell you just about the top 5 here and what I see. The 2 young ladies up front, I think, well, let's call it a trio, probably in terms of moving their sheep and just being ring aware. I like that. The one up front for me, I think she's the most natural at getting to her spot, staying where she's putting legs square. Every time I come in, every time that lamb gives her a fit, she goes right to where she needs to at each time with her hands to get that ewe lamb to work for her. Now, I told her when I come in and touch, she needs to put just a little more pressure, just a slight bit more pressure on that sheep for me to call that ideal in terms of handle. And she gets outbraced by a few that come behind her, but I think all in all, she's the most consistent start to finish out here. Let's congratulate her. Young lady in 2, very similar story. She's my favorite when it comes to just getting the right amount of touch and tone out of this lamb. That combined with the way that sheep moves, she does a great job of that. She leaves that lamb a little short up front in terms of front feet placement. I want to see her extend that sheep out just a little bit, a little more forward. And I'll be real honest, that's been a similar consistent theme for many of these kids out here. Just want to see them extend the front feet just a nickel more. It makes the underline look a lot better in these sheep. That lamb is wanting to move this right front leg forward right now, and that's what I'm talking about. I want to see her pop that sheep forward about this far. Young lady next, incredible job of just being intense, knowing where she wants to be. Love the way she braces the sheep. When I move into touch, incredible job of that. She shorted that lamb multiple times up front, wants to let her roll over. She's a little heavier in her chest, and she wants to do that naturally. We have to work to eliminate that look for the judge. What she's doing now is what I'd like to see her do the whole time, keep those legs a little more forward. Young lady comes next. Great job of moving that lamb. When we get here out in this final group, probably doesn't get quite as much pressure as we needed to when we got right down to the top 5. Feet and leg placement up front can get a little off for her. Awesome job as well. I think the young lady in pink is showing the dumbest one out here. And frankly, reality is occasionally you have those kind, and my kid had quite a few of them, to be real honest with you. She lets that lamb overextend occasionally. She lets that lamb get the best of her on the back too. I told her, I said, that's a dumb animal, and you do a really nice job with him, but he'll want to overextend and wiggle on her just a little bit, takes away from our profile. She understands what I'm talking about. Great job out here as well with the 5th. Hey, this is a great set over here. I've talked to all of them. I think you're doing an awesome job. Just a few things to change. I talked to you about that. Let's put our hands together for all these as they move out.
Champion senior showman goes to Naomi Delosier from Pittsylvania County. Reserve goes to Josephine Caldwell of Rockbridge. Overall 3rd, Emma Jo Donnelly. 4th place, Samantha Wills. 5th, Kenna Kearns. 6th, Carly Buchanan. 7th, Campbell Bosserman. 8th, Isaac Miller. 9th, Jackson Kelly. 10th, Ava Jenkins Hintinger. 11th, Abigail Miller. 12th, Luke Sumner. 13th, Emily Hammer. And 14th, Michaela McPherson. And remember, all of our champion and reserve showmen today will come back for master sheep showman at the conclusion of the novice class. Entering the ring now is our first heat of intermediate sheep showmen. These exhibitors are aged 13 to 15. We have Leighton Dudding of Craig, Robert Ford of Warren, Ann Marmaduke from Caroline, Caitlin Lepp from Caroline, Colton Thornton of Augusta, Carly Howdyshell from Augusta, Cameron Grant of Caroline, Izzy Capizella, Louisa, Reagan Gwaltney from Augusta, Lily Bowman from Montgomery, Logan Castellano from Loudon, and Caitlin James from Madison. Callbacks from our first heat of intermediates. We have Leighton Dudding, Colton Thornton, and Logan Cassiano. As Heat 1 exits the ring, we will welcome in Heat 2. We have Emma Wood from Page, Carrington Weaver from Essex, Clara Elsey of Russell, Carter Evers of Augusta, Olivia Fisher, Shenandoah, Malachi Music of Russell, London Vanderhyde of Pennsylvania, John Hale of Hanover, Tyson Cook of Shenandoah, Liam Morris of Augusta County, and Carson McLeod from Rockingham County. Heat 3, please check in. Intermediate Showman Heat 3, please check in. Callbacks from our second heat of intermediates: Clara Elsey, Olivia Fisher, London Vanderhyde, and Liam Morris. Entering the ring now is our third heat of intermediates. We have Kylie Blevins of Washington, Chloe DeLozier of Pennsylvania, Caitlin Mayberry of Campbell, Ella Miller of Wythe, Gannon Long of Rockingham, Elizabeth Summers of Page, Kinley Ayler of Madison, Chloe Ayler of Madison, McKinley Cook from Warren, and Graceland Phillips from Virginia Beach. If you're intermediate heat 2, final heat of intermediates, please check in. Intermediate heat 4, please check in. Please check in. Callbacks for your third heat of intermediate showmen: Chloe Delozier, Elizabeth Summers, and Kinley and Chloe Ayler. We'll now call in our fourth and final heat of intermediate showmen, and then we'll have our intermediate showmanship drive. In our fourth heat, we have Willa Price of Fauquier, Brant Kibler of Shenandoah, Stella Gibson of Louisa, Sutton Swecker of Rockingham, Sedona Sifford of Fauquier, Maddie Evers of Augusta, Lillian Stover of Charlotte, of Caroline, Susanna Paris of Pennsylvania, Colton Spangler of Floyd, Paisley Hilliard of Page, and Rachel DeBoer of Madison. Our first heat of juniors can check in. First heat of junior showmen, please check in. callbacks from our fourth and final heat: Brant Kibler, Stella Gibson, Sutton Swecker, and Maddie Evers. As our fourth heat circles back around, we're going to call back all our intermediates for our championship drive for intermediate sheep showmanship. We have 15 in the final drive. All right, intermediate showmen for our final drive are Leighton Dudding of Craig, Colton Thornton of Augusta, Logan Cassiano of Loudon, Clara Elsey of Russell, Olivia Fisher of Shenandoah, London Vanderhyde of Pittsylvania, Liam Morris, Augusta County, Chloe Delosier, Pittsylvania, Elizabeth Summers from Page, Kinley Ayler, Madison County, Chloe Ayler, Madison County, Brant Kibler from Shenandoah, Stella Gibson of Louisa, Sutton Swecker of Rockingham, and Maddie Evers of Augusta County. Juniors in Heat 1, please check in. Juniors in Heat 1, please check in. We've got a lot of people to thank this weekend for sponsoring the State Fair of Virginia. Specifically for the sheep shows, we want to thank Montgomery County 4-H Livestock Club, McPherson Farms, F&M Bank, Foster Foundation, Post Guy, May Valley, Daniel, Debbie, Bennett, and Harper May, LT Hart Trucking, NTD Trucking, Beatty Club Lambs, Jamar Farms, First Bank and Trust, Skyline National Bank, Abingdon Equipment, Umbarger Feeds, Heritage Farm Supply, Buchanan Oil, Ridgeview Contractors, Blue Ridge Animal Clinic, Rockbridge Co-op, Jim Moomaw and Family, the Morris Family, Dominion Livestock, CFC Farm and Home, Floyd County Farm Bureau, Mandy Fletcher, Dr. Chris Sumner, Cassiano Club Lambs, Campbell County Farm Bureau, Caldwell Club Lambs, Rockingham Co-op, Kylie Clevenger, Ashley Club Lambs, Vicki Spangler, Bagoon Farms, Freedom Ag Services, Springwood Livestock Management, the Northwest District 4-H Agents, Griner Sisters, Simmons Club Lambs, Ellington French Showstock, Daniel Club Lambs, Prince William, King William, and Page County Farm Bureau, Charles City, James City, New Kent, and York County Farm Bureau, Northumberland and Lancaster Farm Bureau, as well as our partners for the weekend, State Fair Virginia, Farm Bureau, VCE, Virginia Youth Animal Science Program, VDAX, Farm Credit, First Bank. Thank you very much.
Well, a really great set of showmen out here. Put your hands together for all of them that made it back as a finalist. They've done a heck of a good job. I know they're disappointed, and hey, they're disappointed because they put a lot into it. Okay, if you're not disappointed at this point in time and you're standing over here, you didn't put enough effort into this project at home. But I think all of you did, and all of you wanted to do better, all of you wanted to be better, and I understand the disappointment. I get that. Okay? Don't be angry at me because you fouled up. All right, I tell you the same thing I tell my kids. Hey, you're only as good as you are at that moment, at that time. I told one of these exhibitors, hey, I can rope about as good as anybody, but I don't ever win anything because I'm never fast enough to get it done, okay? I don't miss any either. And we have a lot of that over here. I just feel like we take a little too much time. We had a little too much being a little slow comparatively. I got the ones I like the best over here, and I'll tell you what I saw in them, talk to each one of them about them. The two in front do the best job of moving their sheep. It's not close in my opinion. There is a huge separation in how they move those lambs, in my opinion. Head placement, feet and legs movement, ability to utilize the ring, knowing where they're supposed to be, all of those things, I think those two have sorted themselves to there. The one that wins does because she's the most consistent in keeping the top line in her sheep and profile of that pair. You get right in here, just does a nicer job of keeping that one's back up. Now, occasionally, she lets that thing get a little stale, and I talked to her about that. Wants to lean out just a little far. I told her, rock it back, get back into it, everything comes back together. You can watch occasionally. She'll dry that one's loin up just a little bit. Great job here. Great job here in two as well. Love the way she moves the sheep. Knows exactly where she's supposed to be. That thing wants to drop its back a little bit, and she knows that. Okay, she doesn't do quite enough effort for me just to keep it up and make it look right from the side or the three-quarter. Outside of that, does a really good job. Young lady here, awesome job of feet and leg placement. Love the way she braces the lamb. I love her body posture. I love her intensity. I don't think anybody out here is more intense than her. That thing doesn't want to work with her today. That thing doesn't want to walk. He doesn't want to act right. Hey, we get down to this point in time, your tag team partner has to tag in with you. That one didn't tag in today. She's got the game on. That one's not playing with her. Just part of life. Really good job here. Young lady here does an awesome job of moving that lamb. Love the intensity. She wants to let her get a little overextended at times. I want her to just keep those back legs tucked in underneath a little more. This young lady on the other end wants to push the fronts back underneath that one and shorts her from the other direction. I want to keep those front legs back out just a little more. Great job over here. Let's put our hands together. Very, very intense group out here.
Results from our intermediate showman. Your championship goes to Chloe DeLozier. Your reserve goes to Clara Elsey. Overall third, Chloe Ayler. Fourth, London Vanderhyde. Fifth, Kinley Ayler. Sixth, Leah Morris. Seventh, Leighton Dudding. Eighth, Sutton Swecker. Ninth, Elizabeth Summers. 10th, Maddie Evers. 11th, Olivia Fisher. 12th, Brant Kibler. 13th, Stella Gibson. And 14th, Colton Thornton. 15th goes to Logan Cassiano. We'll now start our junior showmanship division. In the first heat of juniors, we have Allison McLeod of Rockingham County, Roxana Horn from Augusta County, Hannah Cyphers from Washington, Alyssa and Whitley Kopp from Washington, Braylon Jones of Clark, Lydia DeLozier from Pennsylvania, Sawyer Wilkins from Rockingham, Hayden Rubush from Augusta, Gage Sather from Louisa County. Heat 2 juniors, please check in. Heat 2 juniors, please check in. Waylon Wilkins, please check in. Waylon Wilkins, please check in. Callbacks from your first heat of juniors. We have Allison McLeod, Hannah Cyphers, Whitley Kopp, and Sawyer Wilkins. Coming in now is our second heat of juniors. We have Hayden Wells of Rockbridge, Madison McLeod of Rockingham, Jamison Rivard of Fauquier, Avery Deacon of Rockbridge, Charlie Elsey of Russell, Bella and Eli Gibson of Louisa, Landon Kibler of Shenandoah, and Ashton Baldwin of Culpeper. Junior Showman in Heat 3, please check in. Junior Showman in Heat 3, please check in. Mason Beamer, please check in. Mason Beamer, please check in. Results from your Heat 2 callbacks are Hayden Wells, Avery Deacon, Charlie Elsey, and Eli Gibson. Our third heat of juniors and final heat are entering the ring. We have Daniel James of Madison, Mason Beamer of Rockingham, Daisy Gay of Madison, Adeline Stern of Shenandoah, Jasper Sponogle of Highland, Charlotte Bowman of Montgomery, Evelyn Dudding of Craig, Connor Spangler of Floyd, and Samuel Martin of Charlotte. Callbacks from our third heat of juniors: Daniel James, Daisy Gay, Charlotte Bowman, Evelyn Dudding, and Samuel Martin. Hayden Wells, can you check back in? Hayden Wells, check back in. As our third heat circles back around, we're going to do our final heat, our champion drive of juniors from heats 1, 2, and 3. Our juniors coming back for champion drive. We have Allison McLeod of Rockingham, Hannah Cyphers of Washington, Whitley Kopp of Washington, Sawyer Wilkins of Rockingham, Hayden Wells of Rockbridge, Avery Deacon of Rockbridge, Charlie Elsey of Russell, Eli Gibson of Louisa, Daniel James of Madison, Daisy Gay of Madison, Charlotte Bowman of Montgomery, Evelyn Dudding of Craig, and Samuel Martin of Charlotte. We need our novice showman to be in the ready area. Novice showman, please check in. At the conclusion of sheep showmanship, there will be a 30-minute break before the market goat show. John Earhart, please check in. John Earhart, check in, please.
Well, it takes a long time to do showmanship right, in my opinion. You do a disservice to all the kids if you don't tell them something about what they're doing and what you want to see them change. Reality is, I've spoken to every one of them and given them some pointers. I'm going to tell them what I don't like about their sheep later on today and tomorrow and the next day. So why not tell them what I do and don't like about what they're doing here in showmanship? It's just part of it. It's how it's got to be, in my opinion. Just takes a little while to do. Somebody said, well, how come you pull so many? Because I want to give everyone that has an opportunity to win to lose. If I don't do that, then we let one slip out, and hey, they might have been the best one out here in this particular group and just had a bobble or two within a particular heat. I grab a few extras, nothing like looking back at the pins and saying, well, they're full, so you don't pull a few more when you really should have. So that's why I see in what I do. Young ladies up here in the trio, I think they do a really nice job of getting them moved. I think they do a great job of getting them presented from profile. The one that wins, she wants to get her back leg just a little wide. Outside of that, I think she's done a splendid job of working that sheep out here. She's the best, in my opinion, moving because she's the most comfortable. She keeps the most steady and consistent pace. She's got a good sheep, but she makes that sheep look extra special whenever she moves and keeps the head and neck set where it's supposed to. I criticized her a bit. She wants to keep him just a nickel wide from behind. At no point ever did anybody think I had more shape back here because I stand with my feet outside of my hips, so we just want to square him up a bit. She's done a great job. The 1 and 2, awesome job. I tell you what, when it comes down to just touching one, she probably does the best job out here in terms of getting a brace. She's got her body where it's supposed to be, her pressure's where it's supposed to be. That's not an incredibly easy sheep to show, but she does a great job of getting that one presented to me. Love the way she braces. When we move that lamb, he gets a little heavier out of his head and neck. He wants to pull forward. He's not as fluid. We just have to work on that a bit comparatively to our class winner here, but an awesome job as well. Love the body posture. Love the intensity of the young lady here in 3. She just doesn't make too many bobbles. When I come in to handle, she doesn't put enough pressure on that lamb. I mean, the reality is, Brayson's pushing and she's half pushing, okay? Makes it look awesome, but not getting quite enough out of him. Nice job there as well. Young man here, I forced him to go first multiple times because I could tell he'd work with that lamb a lot. Does a good job of getting out here and moving. Really nice job of getting to his spot pretty quickly. Feet and leg placement just gets a little off for me. I want to see him change up that just a bit. Beyond that, does a really good job. Young lady here, she does a good job of moving that sheep. She's comfortable. She gets that sheep overextended just a little bit occasionally. Here she's got that thing nailed down where he's supposed to be. We've got to get to our spot, get set. She let her feet and legs get a little off a while ago when we got back out here. Really good job back here. Talked to all these kids, doing a great job with their projects. Congratulate them if you will.
Results for your junior champion drive. Champion goes to Hannah Cyphers. Reserve goes to Avery Deacon. Third overall goes to Charlotte Bowman. Fourth, Charlie Elsey. Fifth, Evelyn Dudding. Sixth, Sawyer Wilkins. Seventh, Daniel James. Eighth, Daisy Gay. Ninth, Allison McLeod. 10th, Eli Gibson. 11th, Hayden Wells. 12th, Whitley Kopp. 13, Samuel Martin. We're now going to call in our 1 heat of novice sheep showmen. This is their first time exhibiting sheep at the State Fair of Virginia. They are aged 9 through 12. We have Elizabeth Sheets of Augusta County, Briar Swecker of Rockingham, Kinsey Dellinger of Rockingham, Carly Stover of Caroline, Jack Bagoon of Augusta County, Abigail Shoemaker of Loudon, Sonny Sanders of Essex, Torin Jones of Clark, Kinsley Talbert of Pulaski, Morgan Weaver of Essex, Bowen Evers from Augusta, Heidi Rubush from Augusta, John Earhart from Augusta, Sadie Ann Osborne of Smith, and Mackenzie Baldwin of Culpeper. At the conclusion of our novice showmanship, we're going to call everybody back that are champions and reserves from our previous heats from Master Sheep Showman. From seniors, we need Naomi Delozier and Josephine Caldwell. From intermediates, Chloe Delozier, Clara Elsey. And from juniors, Hannah Cyphers, Avery Deacon. Please check back in and be in the ready area.
Well, a fun set to work with out here. Really, really good young people and kids that are really working hard at it, and I appreciate their efforts. You know, we have to get some basics down, just basics of managing the ring, basics of controlling our head, basics of lifting when we're walking, getting in front to do our bracing. But we have a nice set out here. A young man leads off, does the nicest job of getting his presented from the side, getting him braced. He's not perfect. He runs up over the sheep in front of him occasionally. He wants to over brace every now and then and kind of roll the front end under. But all in all, he does a really nice job of getting that sheep presented. Young lady in two, I love the way she moves that lamb around. She doesn't get quite enough pressure. You can see a little bit of air between her leg and the chest of that sheep. I want her to just put a little more pressure on her brace. Outside of that, I think she's very intense. I like the way she moves that lamb. Young lady here in three, nice job of getting that one braced. She gets feet and legs off just a little bit. I corrected her on that. When she walks that sheep, she just gets a little fast, gets a little wild, if you will. I want her just to manage the ring a bit better as we move. Boy, this young man, I don't guess anybody's put more effort into showing one than the one standing here in four. That is a difficult sheep, and he's done a great job of managing himself, staying in position, working hard to get feet and legs set. I like everything that he does. He wants to pull on the head just a bit instead of setting it back. When we get here in profile, we can fix that. Boy, we got us a man right here. I really appreciate the effort that young man's put into this. The one that comes next in class, he wants to pull forward on the head just a little bit. Be real honest with you, when I come in to touch a sheep, he does a great job, maybe as good as the one in first, just in terms of getting pressure on that lamb when I get right to the back and start handling. Good job out here. Let's put our hands together and congratulate them all.
Results for our novice class. Your champion goes to Briar Swecker. Reserve goes to Sadie Ann Osborne. Third overall, Elizabeth Sheets. Fourth, Torin Jones. Fifth, John Earhart. Sixth place goes to Abigail Shoemaker. Seventh goes to Jack Bagoon. Eighth, Kenzie Dellinger. Ninth, Bowen Evers. 10th, Kinsley Talbert. 11th, Heidi Rubush. 12th, Mackenzie Baldwin. 13, Carly Stover. 14, Morgan Weaver. And 15th, Sonny Sanders. We'll now take a minute or two just to organize our Master Sheep Showman Drive. Again, these are the champion and reserve winners from each of our age divisions, senior, intermediate, junior, and novice. We will take a 30-minute break at the conclusion of the Master Showman Drive before we start the Market Goat class. So again, there will be a 30-minute break between sheep showmanship and market goats. Attention in the barn, sheep weight cards are due at noon. We have 2 minutes. If you have sheep weight cards are due in 2 minutes, 12 o'clock. Make sure your sheep weight cards are in. Entering our ring for Master Sheep Showmanship, our champion from the senior division, Naomi DeLozier, champion from intermediate, Chloe DeLozier, champion from junior, Hannah Cyphers, and champion from novice, Briar Swecker. Reserve senior, Josephine Caldwell. Reserve intermediate, Clara Elsey. Reserve junior, Avery Deacon. And reserve novice, Sadie Ann Osborne. We want to thank our ring crew today. Again, Scott Greiner from the Virginia Tech School of Animal Science, Abingdon High School, Matthew Sponagle from Augusta County 4-H agent. We also have Abigail Pollock, Virginia Tech graduate assistant. Thank you very much for being here.
Well, showmanship's been fun. It's been a blast to work with your young people here. I've enjoyed just getting to interact with them, telling them what I think, and trying to help them process it, get it to something that they can work with in their mind, and then can bring back to the ring and just be a real positive experience. I love the fact that you're raising your young people with livestock. There's nothing better, nothing more fun than just to spend some family time in the barn. I appreciate my help. I appreciate everybody here that's made it possible to get into the ring, and whoever wet the ring and it's not dusty. I really appreciate that as well. If you would, I think we got a great solid set. I mean, this is a super set of showmen, and there were great showmen all the way down through these particular divisions. I got the ones that I like the best out here, and I think they represent themselves extremely well. If you would put your hands together for these, I think we're going to get 2, is that right? We'll get 2 out of this division. Dr. Greiner? 2, never mind, I got it. Get 2 out of the, we get 4. We get 4 out of this division. Okay, so we're going to get 4 out of this division in order. It's been fun. I'm going to grab them as I like them, and you put your hands together as we do that.
Your master showman comes out of the intermediate division, Chloe DeLozier. First runner-up, Hannah Cyphers. Second runner-up, also from intermediates, Clara Elsey. Third runner-up, Naomi DeLozier from senior. This concludes our master show. You back.